We both know you married up. Marketing director. Fancy title for someone who wrote diversity quotas into middle management.
Here's the deal, sweetheart. I'm filing for divorce tonight. You're gonna sign right here so everyone can witness.
No alimony, no assets. You leave with exactly what you brought. Nothing. I've supported your little career long enough. Time to cut dead weight.
Okay.
Diana, get up here now. Greg Hayes holds the microphone like he owns it, like it's another deal already closed. 200 faces turn at once. Christmas lights strung across the Buckhead ballroom throw red shadows against white tablecloths and polished marble, painting everything warm and cruel at the same time. Laughter dies mid-breath. Conversations snap shut. Glasses freeze halfway to lips. Diana stands near the dessert table, alone in her red dress, the fabric catching the light like a warning flare. Everyone can see her now. Everyone can see that she came alone again. We both know you married up, Greg continues, smiling as if he's delivering a punchline. Marketing director, he chuckles, the sound sharp and pleased with itself. Fancy title for someone who wrote diversity quotas into middle management. A few people shift uncomfortably. No one interrupts. Diana starts walking toward him. Her heels click against the marble floor, steady and even, each step measured like she's crossing a narrow bridge. She keeps her spine straight, her chin level, her face unreadable. She has learned over years of boardrooms and biased eyes that control is power when everything else is being stripped away. Here's the deal, sweetheart, Greg says, leaning casually against the podium. I'm filing for divorce tonight. You're going to sign right here so everyone can witness? He unfolds the papers slowly, theatrically, like a magician revealing the final trick. You didn't earn a damn thing from this marriage. No alimony, no assets. He taps the pages with his finger. You'd leave with exactly what you brought. Nothing. Silence crashes down, thick and choking. The air feels heavy, like it's pressing against your chest. I've supported your little career long enough, Greg adds. Time to cut dead weight. Diana reaches for the pen. Okay, she says softly. 3 loops, 1 line, phones rise immediately, screens glow. Instagram stories go live before the ink has time to dry. The moment fractures into pixels and captions and emojis. What Greg Docenti what he could never imagine is that the quiet woman in red comes from power he has never bothered to look up. Diana Brooks drives to the Christmas party alone again. 6 years of marriage, they've arrived separately for the last 18 months. She tells herself it's practical. The sales calls run late. Her marketing deadlines pile up. But the truth sits heavier than excuses ever could. They stopped being a team somewhere between year 3 and year 4. Somewhere between his promotions and her silence. She parks her car in the hotel garage and checks her lipstick in the rearview mirror. Still perfect. The red dress was a choice. Bold, confident, deliberate. Everything she doesn't feel tonight, but everything she refuses to let the world see slipping. Greg Hayes is 38, VP of Sales at Tech Corp Atlanta, golden boy, quota crusher. The kind of man who walks into rooms and people lean in before he even speaks. He closes deals other reps can't touch. $12 million in revenue over 3 years. Management loves him. His team fears him just enough to perform. Diana is 34, Director of Marketing. She earned her MBA from Emory while working full-time. She built campaigns that tripled lead generation. Her team respects her quietly. The way women in tech learn to respect one another when most rooms are still filled with men who underestimate them. They met at an industry mixer. He made her laugh, told her she was brilliant. Said he admired women who didn't need anyone. He proposed 6 months later. She said yes because he seemed safe, present, different from the men who either fetishized her blackness or erased it entirely. He said once early on, I married you for love, Diana, not connections. She didn't understand the comment then. She kept her maiden name professionally Brooks at work, Hayes in her personal life. Compartmentalized, clean. She never mentioned her family, never brought her father to company events, never used his name to open doors. Her father, Lawrence Brooks, 62, CEO of Brooks Holdings, a private equity firm based in Nashville. He built his wealth slowly, carefully, investing in mid-sized companies with strong fundamentals. Tech Corp was one of them. Acquired 73% ownership in 2019. Public record. Georgia Secretary of State filing. Anyone could look it up. Greg never did. Diana enters the ballroom. White lights crisscross the ceiling. Evergreen garlands wrap every table. The open bar gleams. 200 employees and their spouses fill the room with the smell of expensive cologne and pine. Holiday music hums beneath overlapping conversations. Greg stands near the bar, his hand resting on a colleague's shoulder, laughing, loud, and performative. He doesn't look for her when she walks in. She finds her marketing team near the back. They smile, hug her, ask about holiday plans. She lies easily now, says, "Things are fine, work is good, marriage is fine, everything is fine." At 9:15, Greg texts her, "I need to talk after my speech." She doesn't respond. At 9:30, he takes the microphone. No one asked him to. He just does. Diana's stomach drops. She knows that look, the one he gets when he's about to win something. When a deal closes, when a competitor falls, when he gets what he wants. Her phone buzzes. A text from her father. "Call me when you can." She silences it. "Before we toast to another great year," Greg says, his voice filling the room, "I need my wife to do something for me." Diana's hands go cold. She walks toward him. I got that. I like this. She can feel eyes on her back, on her dress, on her face. Greg holds the microphone in one hand and the divorce papers in the other. "We both know this marriage is over," he says. "Let's end it with dignity. Right here, right now. No lawyers dragging it out." Someone coughs near the front. A glass clinks against a table. No one moves. He reads the terms out loud, clear and proud. No alimony. No shared assets. Clean break. You keep your career. Keep mine. He looks at her and smiles. "You didn't marry me for money anyway, right, Diana?" Her throat tightens. She doesn't answer. "Sign it," he says, holding out the pen. "Then we can both move on like adults." The silence is suffocating. She hears her heartbeat, eyes shifting in a glass, the faint buzz of the overhead lights. Her hand reaches for the pen. It doesn't shake. She trained herself years ago not to let her hand shake in rooms full of people waiting for her to fail. 3 loops. 1 straight line. Done. She places the pen on the table, turns, and walks toward the exit. Behind her, Greg's voice again. "See? Mutual. Just 2 adults being honest." Someone laughs, nervous and uncomfortable. Another clears their throat. Diana's heels click on marble, steady and even. She doesn't look back. The doors close behind her. The hallway is empty and quiet. She leans against the wall and breathes. Her phone buzzes non-stop texts flooding in. "Oh my God, are you okay? What just happened, Diana? Call me." She scrolls past them, opens Instagram, searches the tech corp company hashtag. 3 stories already live. The first, Jenny, from marketing. Shaky video, caption, "Did this just happen?" Heart emoji, shocked face emoji, view count climbing, 2,000, 4,000, 8,000. The second mic from sales. Better angle. Greg's voice clear. "No alimony, no shared assets." Caption, "Wildest Christmas party ever." Laughing emoji. The third, someone she doesn't recognize. A close-up of Diana's face as she signs. Caption, "When you know it's over." Sad-faced emoji. Diana watches the words sit there for half a second too long. She closes the app without liking, without reacting, without leaving any trace that she saw it at all. She opens her messages and scrolls until her thumb slows, then stops. Dad, Lawrence Brooks. The man who taught her to keep her cards close. At The man who taught her never to show weakness in rooms where power waits for cracks. The man who insisted she build her own path without ever leaning on his shadow. She hasn't asked him for help in 16 years. Not when she was 18 and changed her last name back to Brooks after her parents' divorce. Not when she applied to college. Not when she started her career. Not when Greg proposed, smiling like he'd won something. She always wanted to prove she could do it alone. But this is different. Her thumb hovers over his name. Her chest tightens. She presses call. He answers on the first ring. Anna. His voice is calm, steady, exactly the way it has always been. Doesn't ask questions. It doesn't rush to comfort. It simply exists, solid and unshaken. Dad, she says. Her voice cracks just slightly, enough that he hears it. I need to tell you something. I already know, he says evenly. Someone sent me the video 20 minutes ago. Her stomach twists. Who? She asks. Doesn't matter, he replies after a brief pause. Do you want me to handle this? Diana closes her eyes and leans her head back against the wall. The hallway smells like cleaning solution and faint perfume, sharp and artificial, like everything about tonight. Reflection stares back at her from the polished surface of a fire extinguisher. Case-perfect makeup, composed face, eyes darker than usual. I don't know, she whispers. Diana, his tone shifts, just enough, softer, lower. You've never asked me for anything, not once. If you want to walk away, I'll support you. If you want justice, I'll make sure you get it. She opens her eyes and stares up at the ceiling. White tiles, recessed lights, perfectly aligned, cold, impersonal. What would justice look like? She asks. Lawrence is silent for 3 seconds. Then he answers, the truth on record, the consequences. Diana exhales slowly, deeply, like she's been holding her breath for years without realizing it. Okay, she says. Do what you need to do. Are you sure? She thinks about Greg's face, his smile. The way he handed her the pen like he was doing her a favor. Like humiliation was a gift. Yes, she says. I'm sure. Good, Lawrence says. Go home. Don't respond to anyone. I'll call you tomorrow. The line goes dead. Diana pushes off the wall, walks to her car, starts the engine, and drives home. She doesn't cry. Not yet. By 6 a.m., the video has 100,000 views. By 3 p.m., it hits 4.2 million. Diana wakes to her phone, vibrating nonstop. Notifications flood her lock screen, Instagram, Twitter, text messages. Missed calls stacking on top of one another until the screen blurs into noise. She silences everything. She makes coffee, stands by the window of her apartment, watches the city wake up like nothing happened. The comment section is a war zone. She probably cheated. He's just done with her. This is humiliating. Why would he do this in public? Modern women want equality until divorce time, and suddenly they need support. Something's off. Why is she so calm? She's hiding something? Said no drama, but he literally created all the drama. Make it make sense. Y'all are missing the point. Called her out in front of 200 people. That's abuse. The replies split clean down the middle. Half defending Greg, half defending her. Most just watching, eating popcorn, waiting for the next act like entertainment, instead of a life being dismantled in real time. December 22nd. Greg appears on a podcast. Real Men Rising, episode 847. Host, Todd Richards. 100,000 subscribers. The kind of show that talks about male excellence, dominance, and refusing to be emasculated by modern women. Diana doesn't listen. Rachel sends her the transcript instead. Todd Richards. So you ended your marriage at a Christmas party. Bold move. Walk us through that. Greg Hayes. Look, I'll be honest with you. Supported Diana's career for 6 years. Marketing director sounds impressive, but let's be real. She's a diversity hire. Put affirmative action into middle management. Diana feels nothing. Or maybe she feels everything, and it's gone numb. I watched her coast, Greg continues, while I brought in $12 million in revenue. Todd, you carried the financial load, Greg? Completely, Greg says. And I was fine with it. I loved her. But she started acting like she earned her position, like she didn't need me. So I said, fine, let's make it official. You don't need me. Prove it, Todd. Todd laughs approvingly, and doing it publicly. Transparency, man, Greg says. I wanted witnesses. Wanted everyone to see, she agreed. No lawyers twisting it later. She signed willingly in front of 200 people, That's consent, Todd. Powerful. A lot of guys would have let her drag them through court, Greg adds. Not me. I don't play games. The episode gets shared 60,000 times. Comments pour in. Finally, a man with a spine. King behavior. She thought she could use him and bounce. Not today. Diana reads 3 comments, closes the app, doesn't open it again. December 23rd, 10 a.m., her work email dings. From Amanda Torres, HR Director. Subject, workplace discretion request. Diana, I hope you're doing well given the circumstances. We've become aware of the video circulating online. While we respect your privacy, we need to ask that you maintain a low profile and avoid discussing personal matters with colleagues to preserve team morale during the holiday season. Please confirm receipt of this email. Best, Amanda. Diana reads it twice. Her hands tighten around her coffee mug. She opens her sent folder, searches for emails between Amanda and Greg. Nothing. No request for discretion. No reminder about morale. No warning. Greg is on sales calls. Business as usual. His LinkedIn is active, posting about crushing Q4 goals. She calls Maya, the marketing coordinator who sits 3 desks away from her. They emailed you? Maya asks. Not him, Diana says. Just you? That's insane, Maya says. He's the one who caused this. HR doesn't see it that way, Diana replies. Maya hesitates, then lowers her voice. People here are talking. Some are on your side, but management is protecting him. He brings in too much revenue. They won't touch him. Diana already knows. She's worked in tech long enough to understand the rules. They're different for top performers. It's different for men, different for white men who close deals. Thanks for telling me, Diana says. What are you going to do? Maya asks. Diana looks back at the HR email. At the word discretion. At the word morale. At the music playing faintly from her laptop speakers, cheerful and wrong. Going to resign, she says. What? No, Diana. Don't let them push you out. They're not pushing me out, Diana says calmly. I'm choosing to leave. She hangs up, opens a blank email, types 2. Amanda Torres CC. Marketing team subject. Resignation, Amanda. I resign from my position as director of marketing, effective immediately. Thank you for the opportunities over the past 6 years. Diana Brooks. She hits send before she can second-guess herself. Her phone rings 30 seconds later. Her father. I saw the podcast, Lawrence says. And I saw the HR email. They forwarded it to legal. Diana freezes. How did you? Doesn't matter. He cuts in calmly. Did you resign? Yes. Good. There's no hesitation in his voice. There's no sympathy layered over the word. Just certainty. Yeah. You don't need them, Lawrence continues. Now we move. Diana straightens slightly. What does that mean? It means I'm exercising my rights as a majority shareholder. Brooks Holdings is initiating a full compliance audit of TechCorp. Expense reports. HR files. Employee exit interviews. Everything. Her breath catches. Dad, that's necessary? If they protect him, Lawrence says evenly, they protect others. This isn't about you anymore. This is about patterns. He pauses, then adds, when the audit notice goes out December 26th, Carter and Associates will conduct it. They'll have 7 days to produce documents. Diana closes her eyes. He's going to know this is because of me. Let him think that, Lawrence replies. Let him think you're bitter. Let him think you're using me. The truth doesn't need defending. It speaks for itself. That evening, Diana's phone buzzes. A text from Greg. Heard you quit. Probably for the best. You weren't cut out for that level anyway. Good luck with whatever's next. She doesn't respond. She pours herself a glass of wine, sits on the couch. Turns off her phone completely. Tomorrow, the audit begins. Diana Brooks. Maiden name, Diana Brooks. Married name, Diana Hayes. At work, Diana Brooks. Greg never asked why she kept her maiden name professionally. If he had, he might have Googled it. December 24th, Christmas Eve. Diana sits alone in her apartment. No tree, no decorations, no music, just silence thick enough to hear her own breathing. Her phone rings. Lawrence. The audit notice went out this morning, he says. Tech Corp executives received it 2 hours ago. What does it say? Diana asks. Brooks Holdings is exercising audit rights per the shareholder agreement. Scope includes expense reports, HR complaint files, employee exit interviews for the past 5 years. External auditor, Carter and Associates. He pauses. They specialize in forensic accounting, corporate fraud, and employment law violations. Diana's stomach tightens. They'll know you're doing this because of me. They'll suspect, Lawrence says. But the audit is legal. Standard shareholder oversight. Can't refuse. Who else knows about us, she asks. No one at TechCorp, he answers. I kept my distance deliberately, never visited the Atlanta office. All board meetings were virtual. I wanted you to build your career without my shadow. Her throat tightens. She never told anyone at work, never mentioned her father's name, never used his connections. She wanted to prove she belonged on her own merit. Thank you for that, she whispers. You earned everything yourself, Lawrence says. Now let's make sure everyone knows it. December 26th, the day after Christmas. Greg Hayes opens his work email. Subject line, audit notice, immediate compliance required. He reads it once. Then again. He forwards it to Kenneth Palmer, his mentor, board member, the man who promoted him 3 times. WTF is this about? Kenneth replies 10 minutes later, probably routine. Brooks Holdings does this occasionally. Standard shareholder oversight. Don't worry. Greg texts Jason, VP of Operations. Did you get the audit email? Yeah. Expense reports and HR files. It's a pain in the ass, but whatever. Why now? Who knows? Dovier compliance stuff. Greg leans back in his chair. Brooks Holdings. Hayes heard the name. Majority shareholder. 73% ownership. Some private equity firm out of Nashville. He Googles it. Brooks Holdings. CEO Lawrence Brooks, 62 founded. 1998 net worth. Estimated $400 million investments. Tech, healthcare, manufacturing. Greg scrolls through images. Professional headshots. Conference panels. Nothing interesting. He closes the tab and texts Jason. My ex-wife's dad apparently runs some holding company. She's probably trying to get him to mess with me. Pathetic, won't work. Seriously? Jason replies, if he owns the company, you might want to be careful. Greg laughs and types back. He can audit all he wants. My numbers are clean. 12 million in revenue. I'm untouchable. He posts on Instagram. A photo from his Aspen ski trip taken the day before. Blue sky, snow, sunglasses. Living my best life. No regrets. Onward and upward. Comments flood in within minutes. King behavior. You deserve happiness, brother. She wasn't worth it anyway. Greg screenshots the comments and sends them to his group chat. The people have spoken. Meanwhile, Diana sits across from Sharon Wells, employment attorney. 48 years old, 20 years in practice. Specializes in workplace discrimination and wrongful termination. Sharon's office overlooks Peachtree Street from the 19th floor. Clean, quiet, purposeful. Your father sent me the video, Sharon says, and the podcast transcript. And the HR email? What do you think, Diana asks. I think Greg Hayes just created a case study in how to destroy your own career. Sharon slides a legal pad across the desk. But we haven't done anything yet, she continues. We let the audit work, document everything. We stay quiet. She leans forward. Men like Greg believe they're untouchable because they've never faced consequences. The system protected him, rewarded him. So he got louder, bolder, more careless. She taps the legal pad. And careless men leave trails. So what do? Diana asks. We follow the trail, Sharon says. We don't need to do anything. He already did it to himself. Diana exhales slowly. How long? She asks. The audit, Sharon replies. 7 to 10 days. Then we'll know what we're working with. Diana stands, shakes Sharon's hand, walks out. She drives home and checks her phone. Greg posted another Instagram story. Champagne, loud bar, friends cheering, celebrating freedom. She doesn't react, doesn't comment, doesn't share. She waits. December 27th, the audit team arrives at TechCorp headquarters. They bring 6 empty boxes ready to be filled. Audits don't lie, they surface what people try to bury. The first discrepancy appears on day 2. By day 5, there are 47. Carter and Associates assigns 3 auditors. Lead investigator, Patricia Carter. 15 years in forensic accounting. And she doesn't miss details. Former FBI white-collar crimes. Patricia Carter has seen every version of corporate fraud there is. From sloppy embezzlement to carefully layered misconduct hidden behind performance metrics and polished mission statements. She knows one truth better than most numbers don't lie, but people lie constantly. They start with expense reports. December 27th, conference room B. Tech Corp's finance team wheels and carts stacked with binders and USB drives. 5 years of records. Digital files, spreadsheets, receipts, everything neatly labeled. Everything presented like transparency is the same thing as honesty. Patricia's team sorts by employee. They flag anomalies. Greg Hayes' file is thick. February 2021. Line item. Client dinner business development. Amount, $890. Vendor, Onyx Gentlemen's Club. Patricia highlights the entry and opens the company policy manual. Action 4.7. Adult entertainment venues are strictly prohibited. She doesn't react. She keeps reading.
Gores.
March 2021. Conference attendance. Orlando. $2,400. Patricia types the name into Google. Southeast Sales Summit Orlando, March 2021. No results. She checks archived event listings, industry calendars, LinkedIn posts. Nothing. The conference never existed. April 2022. Client entertainment, Atlanta, $1,200. Venue, Cheetah Lounge, another strip club. By day 3, Patricia's team identifies 17 similar charges, all marked as business expenses, all violating company policy, all approved by Greg Hayes' direct supervisor, Kenneth Palmer. Total, $23,400. December 29th, HR files. Amanda Torres arrives pushing boxes, 3 of them. She looks nervous, her movements tight and rehearsed. These are the complaint files you requested, Amanda says. Redacted per privacy protocols. Patricia doesn't look up. We need unredacted versions, she says evenly. Brooks Holdings has authority per the shareholder agreement. Shh, you have 2 hours. Amanda's face pales. She nods and leaves. 2 hours later, she returns. Unredacted files. Her hands shake as she sets the boxes down. Patricia opens the first one. Greg Hayes. 11 complaints. 5 years. Complaint number 1, September 2019. Rachel Cooper, marketing coordinator. Black woman. Allegation. Mr. Hayes made repeated comments about my appearance. Nice dress, Rachel. Trying to impress someone? When I asked him to stop, he said I was too sensitive. HR response. Coaching conversation conducted. He expressed regret. No further action required. October 30th, 2019. Greg Hayes promoted to senior sales manager. 45 days after the complaint. Complaint number 2. March 2020. Angela Martinez, sales associate, Latina. Allegation. Mr. Hayes called me spicy and fiery in front of clients. When I objected, he laughed and said, Latinas are passionate. Everyone knows that. Asked if I got my job through a diversity quota. HR response, coaching conversation. He acknowledged comments may have been misinterpreted. No formal discipline warranted. May 12, 2020, Greg Hayes promoted to sales director. 70 days after the complaint. Complaint number 3, February 2021. Rachel Cooper. Second complaint. Allegation. Mr. Hayes touches my lower back when passing my desk. Suggested we grab drinks to discuss my career. When I declined, my performance review dropped from exceeds to meets with no explanation. This is retaliation. HR response: additional coaching. Mr. Hayes denies retaliation. Performance standards applied consistently. June 2021, Rachel Cooper resigns. Exit interview, personal reasons. Patricia reads 6 more complaints. All similar. All women. 8 from women of color. Comments about appearance. Touching without consent. Questions about qualifications. Jokes about diversity hires. Every complaint ends the same way. Coaching conversation. No warnings, no suspension. And then within 60 to 90 days, Greg receives a promotion, bonus, or award nomination. Patricia maps the timeline across the wall. September 2019 complaint gives October 2019 promotion. March 2020 complaint gives May 2020 promotion. February 2021 complaint gives September 2021 VP of Sales. June 2022 complaint gives August $202,215,000 bonus. January 2023 complaint gives March 2023 Leadership Award nomination. The pattern isn't subtle. HR wasn't protecting Greg despite complaints. They were protecting him because of them. He was too valuable, too profitable. $12 million in revenue, December 30th. Email server backup. Patricia's team recovers deleted threads. Date: January 2023. Participants: Greg Hayes, Kenneth Palmer, 2 vice presidents. Subject: New Diversity Initiative. Greg's reply appears first. Great, more quotas. Guess we're not hiring the best anymore, just the most diverse. Kenneth Palmer responds: lol, keep that between us. VP 1, as long as it doesn't hurt my team's numbers. VP 2, day bingo, coming soon. Greg again: someone should tell HR that diverse isn't a qualification. The thread continues. Jokes about oppression Olympics, mocking unconscious bias training, laughing reactions. 23 pages, Patricia adds it to the evidence. January 2nd, exit interviews. 11 women filed complaints. Patricia tracks where they are now. Rachel Cooper, resigned. Works retail, salary cut in half. Angela Martinez, transferred. Lower visibility, no promotion since. For others, resigned within 6 months. 2 received poor performance reviews immediately after complaining. Both placed on improvement plans. Patricia calls a former employee. I filed a complaint, the woman says, her voice quiet, tired. HR said they'd handle it. Then my manager documented everything, every email, every mistake. I couldn't breathe anymore, so I quit. Did they tell you why? Patricia asks. No. But I knew if you complained about Greg Hayes, your career was over. He brings in money. They protect him. Not you. Patricia reviews the employee survey. It's December 2024. Do you feel leadership prioritizes culture over performance metrics? 78%? No. Do you feel the workplace is inclusive? 41% of women? No. 67% of women of color? No. Free text comments flood the page. HR protects people who bring in money. If you're not a white man in sales, good luck. I've watched women quit after complaining. Nothing changes. Boys Club at the top. She compares it to TechCorp's public diversity statement. We are committed to fostering an equitable environment where all voices are heard. The gap isn't a crack, it's a canyon. If you've ever wondered whether documentation matters, keep listening. January 3rd. Patricia compiles the audit report. Findings: $23,400 in fraudulent expenses. 11 harassment complaints. 0 formal discipline. Pattern of racial and gender harassment targeting women of color. Systematic retaliation via performance reviews and forced resignations. Email evidence of discriminatory attitudes at executive level. Patricia closes the file. This isn't a mistake, it's a system. The promotion timeline tells the story no one wanted written. Every time a complaint surfaced, Greg Hayes moved up: bigger title, bigger bonus, wider authority. Survey data confirmed it. Fear-based management, racialized comments, retaliation anxiety, liability exposure, high. Potential class action, probable. EEOC violations, documented. Patricia Carter didn't hedge her language. Recommendation: immediate termination of Gregory Hayes for cause. no severance. Secondary actions, formal review of Amanda Torres, full investigation into Kenneth Palmer. Patricia sent the report to Brooks Holdings at 9:12 a.m. Lawrence Brooks read it in 20 minutes. He forwarded it to the Tech Corp board without commentary. Subject line, emergency meeting required. Date, January 15th. Cornered animals bite. Gregory Hayes was no exception. January 3rd. Greg retained Patterson and Associates high-stakes employment defense. Their reputation was simple. Scorch the earth, win at any cost. Lead counsel. Stuart Patterson, 56, silver hair, shark smile. A career built on protecting powerful men accused of ugly things. Truth didn't interest him. Outcomes did. December 28th. The demand letter hit Brooks Holdings, Tech Corp's board of directors, and Diana Hayes. 14 pages, single-spaced, legal napalm. Subject, cease and desist, retaliatory audit. Greg's position was clear. The audit was retaliation. Orchestrated by a disgruntled ex-spouse abusing family influence to destroy him, key claims. Diana Hayes weaponized her father's majority ownership. The timing post-divorce proved malicious intent. Greg's record was exemplary. $12 million in revenue over 3 years. 0 complaints upheld by HR, demands, immediate termination of the audit, non-disclosure of findings, a $500,000 settlement for emotional distress and reputational harm, threat, defamation litigation if anything went public. Sharon Wells read it aloud to Diana over the phone. This is posturing, Sharon said. Standard aggressive defense. Trying to scare you. Diana sat alone in her apartment, knees pulled to her chest, jaw tight. What do we do? Diana asked quietly. Nothing, Sharon replied. We let the audit finish. Lawyers can shout. Evidence doesn't. Greg didn't stop. January 4th. An article appeared online. Business Insider Atlanta. Local outlet, 70,000 followers. Headline: Tech executive claims audit is ex-wife's retaliation. 800 words, anonymous sources, familiar voices. Greg's circle. Quotes painted him as a driven sales leader ambushed by divorce drama. Diana Hayes was framed as bitter, underperforming, resentful of her husband's success. One source claimed she never mentioned her father's wealth until she needed it. The article exploded. 180,000 shares in 24 hours? Comments turned vicious. He's being punished for moving on. She couldn't handle his success. Rich girl using daddy's power. Old story. If the audit finds nothing, she ruined him for fun. Diana's friends sent her the link. She didn't open it. She didn't need to. January 5th. Emergency board meeting. Virtual Zoom grid. 12 faces. Attendees: Kenneth Palmer, board member. Greg's mentor. 20 years on the board. Amanda Torres, HR director, defensive. Sweat at her temples. Lawrence Brooks, silent. Camera on. Mic muted. Tech Corp CEO, overpromoted. Conflict-averse. Patricia Carter, auditor, prepared. 8 other board members, watching, weighing, calculating. Kenneth spoke first. Let the record show this audit feels personally motivated. Greg Hayes drove $12 million in revenue. The timing is suspicious. Patricia didn't blink. This audit was initiated under standard shareholder oversight. Brooks Holdings exercised this right in 2017 and 2020, but those didn't target an individual Kenneth pushed. Neither does this, Patricia replied evenly. We reviewed all executive expense and HR compliance files. Mr. Hayes appeared in the findings. Organically, Kenneth leaned back. Unconvinced, Patricia began. Line by line. Expense fraud, buried HR complaints, email threads, promotion patterns. Exit interviews. 40 minutes. Clinical, precise, unemotional. Silence followed. Kenneth broke it. These complaints were handled at the time. Coaching is a valid HR response. Are we really destroying a man over off-colored jokes? A female board member cut in, 11 complaints, 8 from women of color. That's not jokes, that's a pattern. He brings revenue, Kenneth snapped. That matters. So does liability, she replied. One lawsuit becomes a class action. Discovery will expose everything. Emails, retaliation, will lose. Amanda Torres jumped in, voice tight. We followed protocol, coaching as standard. We balanced accountability with business needs. Patricia's voice stayed flat. Your protocol violated your own policies and federal guidelines. You documented harm and took no corrective action. You allowed a hostile environment to continue. That is negligence. The CEO cleared his throat. Recommendation: immediate termination for cause, Patricia said. No severance. Kenneth shook his head. That's extreme. That's appropriate, Patricia replied. The meeting ended unresolved. Greg texted Kenneth afterward. Thanks for having my back. This'll blow over. Kenneth stared at the screen, didn't reply. For the first time, doubt crept in. January 6, Diana sat alone, phone in her hand. Demand letter. Article. Board summary. She thought about stopping, about calling her father, about saying, let it go. Her phone buzzed. She looked down. Whatever was on that screen changed everything. The text comes from an unknown number. Hi, Diana. My name is Rachel Cooper. I worked at Tech Corp from 2020 to 2021. I filed a complaint against Greg Hayes. Music. Need to tell you what he did to me. Diana stares at the screen. Her hands begin to shake. She types back slowly, deliberately. I'm listening. Justice isn't always empowering. Sometimes it's just heavy. January 7th. Diana meets Rachel Cooper at a small coffee shop in Decatur. Quiet, neutral, far from downtown. It's far from Tech Corp, far from anyone who might recognize them. Rachel arrives first. She's 29 years old. Black hair pulled back tight, no makeup. Her face carries the kind of exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix, the exhaustion of being disbelieved. Diana sits across from her, orders coffee. Neither of them touches their cup. Thank you for meeting me, Rachel says. Her hands wrap around the mug. They tremble. Thank you for reaching out, Diana replies. Rachel inhales, exhales. I saw the Christmas party video, she says softly. I saw what he did to you. A pause. He did it to me too. Different versions, same cruelty. Diana doesn't interrupt. Rachel's story comes in fragments, like memories her body still resists releasing. She worked at Tech Corp for 2 years. Marketing coordinator, strong performer, loved her team. Then Greg noticed her. Comments first. Nice dress, Rachel. Who are you trying to impress? Questions about her hair. Should wear it down. It's more professional. She ignored it. Then it escalated. A hand on her lower back when he passed her desk. Career growth drinks after work. She declined. He laughed, said she was playing hard to get. She filed a complaint. September 2019, HR called her in, asked her to explain everything. She did. They took notes, said they'd handle it. 2 weeks later, Greg received a coaching conversation. He apologized, called it a misunderstanding. 1 month later, he was promoted. Rachel stayed, worked harder, avoided him, shrunk herself. February 2021, he cornered her in the break room, asked why she was still cold. She said she was uncomfortable. He said she was holding a grudge. Her next performance review came back downgraded. Meets expectations. No warning, no explanation. She filed another complaint. HR told her the first investigation found no wrongdoing, suggested she'll focus on professional development. She quit 3 months later. I couldn't afford to leave, Rachel says, her voice cracking. But I couldn't afford to stay either. She wipes her eyes. I work retail now. I make half of what I made there. I moved back in with my parents. Diana's throat tightens. I thought I was the only one, Rachel continues. I thought I was too sensitive, that I misread things, that it was my fault. It wasn't, Diana says quietly. I know that now. Rachel looks at her. When I saw that video, I realized something, she says. He does this to women who can't fight back, women of color, women he thinks have no power. Diana nods. She can't speak. Over the next 2 days, 5 more women reach out. Some former employees, some current employees, using anonymous emails. Different lives, same pattern. Aldina Martinez, Latina, senior analyst. Greg called her spicy in front of clients, joked about her being fiery. When she complained, HR told her to lighten up. She transferred departments, lost visibility. No promotion since. Kesha Thompson, black sales associate. Greg asked if she got hired through a diversity quota in front of her team. She complained. Her manager began documenting every mistake. She works from home now, avoids the office entirely. 3 others. Different details, same ending. Complaints filed. HR buried them. Careers stalled or destroyed. Diana sits alone in her apartment after the last call. 8 women. 8 stories. 8 lives altered. She thinks about Greg at the Christmas party, his smile, his ease, the way he handed her the pen like a gift. She thinks about the podcast. I supported her career. The lie had sounded so effortless. She thinks about stopping, about walking away, about letting him keep his job, his reputation, his version of the truth. Then she thinks about Rachel working retail, sleeping in her childhood bedroom, still carrying what he took. She calls her father. Dad, she says, I need to know something. If we do this, his career is over. Is that fair? Lawrence Brooks is silent for 3 seconds. Diana, he says finally, I've seen the evidence. This isn't about him anymore. It's about the system that protected him. If we stop now, the next woman suffers. A pause. Is that what you want? Diana closes her eyes. No, she whispers. Then we finish this. What happens next will restore your faith in quiet persistence. Courage is contagious. When one woman speaks, others find their voices. January 10th, Sharon Wells's office, 19th floor, downtown Atlanta. 6 women sit around the conference table. Rachel Cooper, Angela Martinez, Kesha Thompson. 3 others who initially asked to remain anonymous. Sharon addresses them calmly. What I'm about to ask requires courage. It also carries risk. Your names may become public. Greg's attorney will challenge your credibility. Social media may attack you. Rachel speaks first. I've already lost everything he could take: my career, my confidence, my peace. What else can he do? Angela nods. I stayed quiet for 4 years, watched him rise while I disappeared. I'm done being quiet, Kesha adds. If we don't stop him, he'll do this again. To another woman of color who thinks she has no power. I won't let that happen. Sharon slides documents across the table. These are sworn affidavits. You'll describe what happened when, where, who you reported to, and how HR responded. You'll sign under penalty of perjury. One woman hesitates. What if they don't believe us? They will, Sharon says. Because you're not alone. 6 women, same pattern, same failure. That's not coincidence. It's evidence. January 11th. All 6 women sign. Notarized, witnessed, legal. Rachel Cooper's affidavit runs 3 pages. Every word costs her something. Every word takes something back. Every affidavit is precise. Every comment, every touch, every complaint, every HR failure. They stack together into file tooth, heavy, impossible to dismiss. Angela Martinez's statement includes screenshots. Emails from Greg, timestamped, archived. You're being too emotional, you're dramatic. This is why people don't take these complaints seriously. Kesha Thompson's affidavit includes performance reviews. Before the complaint, exceeds expectations. Strong closer. Strong closer. After the complaint, needs improvement. Lacks professionalism, requires monitoring. No coaching plan, no warnings. Just consequence. Sharon Wells compiles everything with surgical care. No commentary, no emotion. Just evidence. Copies are sent to Lawrence Brooks, to the Tech Court Board, to Patricia Carter. Documented, indexed, undeniable. January 11th. Evening. Someone leaks the employee survey. Anonymous source. Delivered to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Real outlet. Real reporters. Real credibility. The survey was conducted in December 2024, before the Christmas party, before the scandal, before Greg's narrative. The findings speak without hesitation. 78% of employees believe leadership protects high performers over company culture. 41% of women say the workplace is not inclusive. 63% are aware of complaints being dismissed without action. The free text responses are anonymized, but devastating. Boys Club at the top. HR is useless if you're not profitable. I've watched women quit after complaining. Nothing changes. January 12th. Morning. The article runs. Headline: Tech firm's internal survey reveals culture crisis. Greg isn't named legal reasons, but the timing makes the message unmistakable. The comment section explodes. This is every tech company. Glad someone finally exposed it. Hope the women who complained are okay. If you protect abusers because they make money, you're not a company, you're a cult. January 12th afternoon, a LinkedIn post goes viral. Author, senior female manager at another Atlanta tech firm. Not tech corp, but close enough to matter, she writes. I've watched a story unfold this month. A woman humiliated publicly, a pattern ignored. A system protecting the wrong people. To every woman told that S just is humor, or he didn't mean it, I see you. Your experiences matter. Your complaints are not overreactions. To every leader who looked away because someone brought in revenue, you're complicit. Talent doesn't excuse abuse. We can do better. We must do better. Within 24 hours, 47,000 likes, 12,000 shares. The comments turn into a movement. Women across industries share their stories. Name patterns, name costs, name silence. Hashtag not just one man trends in Atlanta, then Georgia, then nationally. Diana reads the post, reads the comments, reads hundreds of women saying, "Me too." For the first time in 3 weeks, she doesn't feel alone. She texts Rachel, "Did you see this?" Rachel replies, "Yes, we did this, all of us." Diana sets her phone down and stares out the window. The Atlanta skyline glows gold in the setting sun. Greg Hayes believed he was untouchable. He's about to learn otherwise. Greg didn't demand a divorce at a Christmas party on impulse. He'd been planning it since April. The question isn't why he did it publicly. The question is why December. January 8th. Lawrence Brooks receives a courier delivery. Marked confidential. From Mitchell Investigative Services, former FBI Private Intelligence. Assignment: determine when Gregory Hayes first consulted a divorce attorney. The file is 23 pages. Lawrence reads page 1. His jaw tightens. He calls Diana. "I'm sending you something. Read it, then call me." 20 minutes later, Diana opens the PDF. Finding number 1, initial consultation date, April 18th, 2024. Attorney, Morgan & Associates, Family Law, Atlanta. 90-minute consultation. Topics discussed: optimal timing to minimize asset exposure, preemptive filing before spouse's financial position changes. Retainer paid $5,000 8 months before the Christmas party. Diana's hands go cold. Finding number 2, email communications date, November 2nd, 2024, from Greg Hayes to Thomas Morgan. We need to move before year-end. Diana's father is planning a major acquisition announcement in Q1 2025. She doesn't know the details. He keeps business separate from family. If I wait until after, her family connections argument gets stronger. Perfect timing. Diana stops reading. She didn't know her father's plans. Greg did. Finding number 3, strategic planning date, November 18th, Greg to attorney. Can we do it publicly? I want witnesses to her agreement. Less room for her to claim coercion later. Response: unusual, but if she signs voluntarily in public, that strengthens consent. Our stomach turns. The Christmas party wasn't cruelty. It was strategy. Witnesses. Speed. Consent on record. Finding number 4. Merger context: Brooks Holdings planned announcement. Merger with 2 firms. Tech Corp share value projected to triple. Announcement date, January 28th, 2025. Greg's timeline. Divorce finalized before announcement. Diana receives nothing from the increase. Calculation complete. Diana closes the laptop. 6 years of marriage. He once told her, "I married you for love, not connections." He lied. She calls Sharon Wells. I read the report. "What do you want to do?" Sharon asks. "I want the board to see this. Want them to know it was calculated. He used me. Then humiliated me to protect his money. This changes everything," Sharon says. "We can challenge the divorce settlement." "I don't want his money," Diana replies. "I never did. Then what do you want?" Diana thinks. 3 seconds. "I want him to face what he's done. To me, to Rachel, to Angela, to every woman. I want consequences." Sharon's voice is steady. "You'll get them." January 13th. Sharon forwards the investigative report to Lawrence Brooks. Lawrence forwards it to the Tech Corp board. Subject line: emergency session required. Evidence of premeditation. Retaliation? and material misconduct. January 15th, 1:18 p.m., an email lands in board inboxes. Subject: additional evidence for emergency session. Gregory Hayes attachment, 23 pages. Kenneth Palmer opens it first. He reads page 1. The color drains from his face. He doesn't type a message. He doesn't add context. He simply forwards it to Greg. Silence is the loudest admission. Greg opens the file. His hands start shaking. This isn't rumor. This isn't accusation. This is documentation. Some trials happen in courtrooms. Others happen in boardrooms. The verdict is the same. January 15th, 2 p.m. emergency board meeting. Virtual Zoom. 12 board members appear on screen. Greg Hayes joins from his home office. Suit, tie, perfect posture. He believes this is his defense. He is wrong. Lawrence Brooks speaks first, calm, measured, no emotion. We initiated this audit due to concerns regarding HR compliance and expense management. What we found exceeded those concerns. He begins, line by line, receipt by receipt, timeline by timeline. $23,400 in fraudulent expense claims, 11 HR complaints. 0 formal discipline, racist and discriminatory internal emails, promotions and bonuses issued within 60 to 90 days of complaints, 6 sworn affidavits. Forensic confirmation, time-stamped, verified. Each document appears on screen. There is no commentary, no adjectives, just facts. Lawrence continues. Between 2019 and 2024, 11 formal complaints were filed against Mr. Hayes. Company policy requires formal discipline after 3 similar complaints. Mr. Hayes received only coaching conversations, no warnings, no suspension, no demotion. Pause. Within 60 to 90 days of each complaint, Mr. Hayes received either a promotion, a bonus, or a leadership award nomination. Board members lean forward. Some write, some stare, some finally understand. Then Lawrence opens the final file. We also have evidence that Mr. Hayes premeditated his divorce 8 months in advance, consulting legal counsel in April, and deliberately timing the public filing to occur before a planned merger announcement in order to avoid asset exposure. Greg's email fills the screen. She doesn't know her dad's plans. Perfect timing, silence, heavy, suffocating. Greg's face goes pale. Kenneth Palmer attempts intervention. I've known Greg for 6 years. He's a talented leader. Some of this feels like personality conflicts being weaponized. Lawrence doesn't react. Mr. Palmer, he says evenly, did you participate in the email thread dated January 2023? Subject line, New Diversity Initiative. Kenneth's camera freezes. His microphone remains muted. Lawrence continues. Your reply reads, lol, keep that between us. Would you like to explain that to the board? No response. Greg unmutes. His voice cracks, then rises. Those emails were jokes taken out of context. In the divorces, I consulted an attorney. That's not illegal. I was protecting my interests. By humiliating your wife in front of 200 people? Lawrence asks. She agreed, Greg snaps. She signed voluntarily. Under false pretenses, Lawrence replies. You manipulated the timeline. You knew about the merger. She didn't. You obtained her signature through strategic deception. This is a witch hunt, Greg says. I brought in $12 million in revenue. HR cleared me every time. HR buried the complaints, Lawrence says calmly. There's a difference. A female board member speaks. Hayes, 8 women of color filed complaints against you. Can you explain why the pattern is so specific? Greg hesitates. I don't see race. I treat everyone the same. Clearly not, she replies. The board chair speaks. Motion to terminate Gregory Hayes for cause, effective immediately. No severance per company policy, section 8.3, gross misconduct. Hands raise. 8 in favor. 1 opposed. Kenneth Palmer. Greg stares at the screen. Shock. Disbelief. This is illegal, he says. I'll sue. Lawrence unmutes one final time. Mr. Hayes, you are welcome to try. But you should know the woman you humiliated at the Christmas party is my daughter. And unlike you, she never used family connections to advance her career. She didn't need to. Greg's camera feed goes black. The meeting ends. Justice doesn't always look like victory. Sometimes it looks like peace. April 2025, 3 months later, Diana Brooks starts a new role. Chief Marketing Officer, different company, better culture, larger team, 40% salary increase. She keeps her name. Brooks. Always Brooks. Her new CEO knows her story. Hired her anyway. Your resilience is what we need here. Within her first month, 3 women are promoted. 2 are women of color. Greg Hayes updates LinkedIn. Open to opportunities. Posted January 16th. It's still there. He's applied to 43 positions. 0 offers. Recruiters ghost him. Industry contacts go silent. His name still carries weight. Just the wrong kind. His last Instagram post is an inspirational quote about resilience. Comments turned off. TechCorp Aftermath new 3-complaint rule. Mandatory external investigations, retaliation tracking systems, automatic audits if reviews drop after complaints. New HR director hired Amanda Torres was terminated in February. April 2025 employee survey results. 64% say culture is improving, up from 22%. Kenneth Palmer resigns from the board on January 17th. Quiet exit. No statement. Saturday evening. Diana sits in her apartment. Quiet. She pours champagne, not celebrating, just existing. City lights reflect red and green in the glass. She thinks about the Christmas party. The red dress, the pen, the silence. She feels nothing now. No anger, no sadness, just distance. But some bridges burn themselves, and that's okay. The dignity cannot be negotiated. Power doesn't always announce itself. And sometimes, the quietest person in the room is the one who decides how the story ends. If this story meant something to you, if you've ever felt invisible, overlooked, or silenced, share it. Not for revenge, for recognition, because your story matters too. Subscribe to Fate Tales. There are more stories like Diana's, and they all deserve to be told.